Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. This video is meant to be a quick reminder to those of you who are in the midst of a job search. Please never forget that absolutely everything is up for grabs. There is no such thing as a 100% figured out hiring situation. It just never works. Everyone is trying to piece it together in real time. And maybe they have experience, maybe they don't. Maybe they have a clear idea of who they're hiring for, maybe they don't. Either way, you need to understand that everything is up for grabs. So if there is something that you don't agree with, suggest an alternative. If you're not happy with the fact that they're asking you to put together some big project free before their next interview, suggest something else. If you're not happy with the fact that they're pushing you for salary details or what you'd like, suggest an alternative or suggest an alternate time when you would like to have that discussion. And maybe make it clear what you would like to talk about leading up to it. See, the big problem people have when it comes to the job search, no matter how experienced you are, is that if you come into it thinking they have all the cards, they know exactly what to do, and it's my job to sit there, you're going to have a very low chance of pulling this off. Because inevitably, at some point in the hiring process, it moves from the employer or recruiter or what have you, looking at their general idea of what makes an ideal candidate, and at a certain point, you must be able to take it from that into the zone of only what I can do in terms of how I can move this forward, how I can contribute in the first 30, 60, 90 days, what only I can do and the added value of my experience that only I can bring to the table. If you are not able to make that pivot, you will never really be able to take it all the way through. Maybe you will, if you're fresh out of college and it's an entry-level job. But I'm saying for anything senior management and certainly executive level, you gotta be willing to play this game from a point of view that says, hey, we're just trying to work this out. We are two people or two entities of equal value trying to hash out something, all right? And I'm going to share stuff, and I'm going to be asking questions in return, and I'm going to obligate you to share stuff and move back and forth. This is a give and take process. And at every point that I don't feel happy with it or I don't feel comfortable with it, I'm going to let you know, and I'm going to suggest an alternative. And even if I don't have a chance to suggest an alternative, I will certainly never just passively accept it. At the very least, I am going to call attention to the fact that there's a difference here, that it doesn't jibe. Because at the very least, come offer time, I want there to be no mistaking here that I have also been bending and moving, right? I'm not just giving up stuff for free. That's not the game that we are playing here. If we are truly equals, then we must come into the hiring process from the point of view of everything's up for grabs. And everything that you're asking me is simply one volley in a negotiation. It is not biblical. It is not a must-do. And we can all walk away, right? So if I'm truly not happy with it, I'm going to bring it up and I'm going to suggest an alternative. Give yourself the power to do more in these situations. Take on the responsibility of actively seeing, asking questions, pushing, and exploring those places of fit as well as concern for yourself. And if a door opens for you, and if you see that they are absolutely on board, and as happens way more often than you might imagine, where you might be sitting next to a CEO and the buy-in is there and they buy what you're about, and now suddenly you realize that you don't have to jump through 5 interviews, that this person is ready for you to be like, here's the kind of role that I'm looking for, here's the kind of title that I'm looking for, here's the compensation range, here's what I'd like to spend most of my time doing, here's what I'd like to de-emphasize. You should have these answers ready. So it does require, to take this greater freedom does take greater responsibility. But trust me when I say, if you take it on, you will maximize your opportunities and you will maximize the number of times quality engagements result in offers. So just remember that. Everything is on the table, okay? Nothing is set. Everything can be negotiated, and you should be ready, willing, and able to present that point of view and present that alternate counteroffer at any point and at every stage during it. Thank you guys so much. I'll talk to you soon.